Oh, Rocky. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Clary Berry here. I wanted to do a video another video geared towards this whole domestic violence issue because I saw some of the videos that Durian was posting from other people, and I think it's an amazing idea. We definitely should have a name and shame, video train going, whatever you want to call it. I was in a domestic violence relationship um, for a couple of years. It was between a year and 2 years. It didn't happen frequently. And, there were time periods where I thought it was getting better. And I didn't leave for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I actually thought that, since he wasn't that bad, that it was better for my kids to stay with him, because I would go online and find these articles that would say, oh, like preschool is the worst time for a child to go through a divorce or whatever. And I have two kids, for those of you who do watch my videos and know that. So I actually, was able to use that as an excuse not to leave the situation. And of course, his behavior would get good for a while, and then, whatever stressors would set it off again. So the kids were the main one, and financial was another huge reason, which shouldn't have been as big as it was, because I have a good support system. I have a good family who would have welcomed me back with open arms. And, I left probably 50 times, and my parents would help me, and I would try really hard to hide the violence. And I was actually really successful at it. It was like I would only go over there and stay at their house if they were out of town, if I had a black eye or something. And I said in my last video about this situation, nobody in my life like really spoke up, except for like one or two people that weren't even close to me. And it was just kind of like, it was so easy to blow them off. And I think people in my life, if they would have been paying more attention, if they would have let themselves, and I see this in my last video, I had a bunch of people reply who were also domestic violence victims, and it was like the number one thing that they said is that nobody even said anything to them. No interventions, no please don't go back, not even one thing. It's easier for people to just say, oh, well, they wouldn't listen to me, and I don't want to make waves and all of this stuff. And that's why I made that first video commending Harley for what he had said about this situation. I didn't agree with exactly how he said it, but, these people, these girls in these situations, and I was just as young as this girl was. I was about the same age, 19, 20, maybe a little bit older. So I really respected that somebody, especially somebody with this high of a profile, would speak out against this situation, because so many people are just silent, and it's disturbing and it's disgusting. And the more I learn about it, the worse it is. I actually went to a freaking website, how to help domestic violence victims, because I was looking for some information during the debate that I was having in the last video. And I was absolutely disgusted by what they're out there telling people to do. They're literally saying, don't try to make them leave. Just give them information. Don't tell them to leave. It's like, what? That's the most stupid, excuse me, I don't like to say that word. Pops out sometimes because it's such an old habit. That's just stupid advice. Stupid. And like I said, I just wish that anybody would have stood up to me, even if they said it like Durianrider did. I think I may have been mad at first, but the thing is when you name these people, when you speak out, it makes it a lot less likely for people to go back, because now everybody knows, and not only that, not only everybody knows and knows that you are a dumb bitch for going back, if you do, but they also, the perpetrator will know that everybody knows. And maybe he will, maybe he won't. But if you call him out online and he realizes that he's going to have to make some huge changes in his life, and that's really going to affect him and make him think. So I think it's good all around. And, it took me a couple years to leave. Finally got out. I've been out of that relationship for over 8 years now, or not over, almost 8 years now. This Valentine's Day, ironically, will be my my leaving anniversary. So that's, great. Obviously, it's changed my life. Just things have kept on getting better, and I hope that for everyone. And I do think that, of course, be careful if you're going to name your domestic violence abuser. If you're going to name your abuser, make sure that you're in a situation where you can't be touched by this person and they can't get to you. But also know that by putting their name out there and saying they're the one who's been hitting me, that actually can help you have more safety rather than trying to leave without it. And the statistics on leaving leaving an abusive relationship are horrible. 3 women die every single day in America. More women have died than people have died in Afghanistan, like in the same amount of time from this situation. It's a very real situation that you need to be careful of when you're leaving in a domestic violence situation. But naming the victim takes away a lot of that fear, because if you've named this person, then guess what? They're going to know. Everybody's going to know. The cops are going to know. They're going to have a motive if something happens to you. So it actually, I haven't seen any studies on this. I don't doubt there are any, but I would think that would help the situation even further. But safety first, make sure you're safe, and then name your abuser. So, there are a couple reasons why I haven't named my abuser, and I've definitely thought about this. In fact, there's a website called I think it's just thedirty.com, where you can go and talk about all your exes and name, trashy people. And the only reason that I haven't done that is because, I can't really say the reason why, because, I guess I can say the reason why if I'm not naming the person. Everybody in my life knows who it is. I finally came out in my own life. Took me years later with a friend's help to kind of inspire me that I even needed to do that, because even up until years later, I was like, oh, I don't need to tell people. I don't need to tell my family. I don't need to tell his family. I don't need to tell anybody. And now I tell everybody, obviously. But I'm not going to name the name because it is my children's father. So I don't really want to be out there having it on the internet, when later on in life that maybe could possibly hurt my kid. But I'm okay, with saying it now. And also my abuser has moved, out of the state. So for anybody to watch my videos is not, the likelihood of me saying his name and that helping anybody is really, really extremely low. If they were watching this video, they would probably know me. So yada, yada, yada. But like I said, I have named him and called him out in real life. And, it was kind of like, oh, okay. And actually some people didn't even believe me, which is really pathetic in my own family. Didn't even believe me. And this is the same with the sexual abuse that I had when I was younger. When I told my mom, didn't believe me. So I think that speaking out and sharing your story online, again, just as we vegans help each other online because we don't have any real vegan friends sometimes, it's good to get online and get some online support, especially if you haven't gone to support groups or things like that, because these people have gone through, there's people online who have gone through what you've gone through. And I also read something the other day that sharing things, that if you don't share things, it eats at you and it causes health problems, obviously, negative things like that. But even positive things, holding positive things in actually can harm your health as well, which is something that I didn't know. So anyway, I just want to say I fully support, Harley and Freely, of course. These people have changed my life more than anybody else. They've inspired me more than anybody else in the past 2 years. I'm going to be celebrating my 2-year vegan anniversary in at the beginning of next week. So I will be posting, I don't know when I'm going to post it or when exactly I'm going to do it, but within the next week, I'm going to have another before and after video. So like a body video. So I'm really, really excited about that. Durianrider and Freely have influenced me to go vegan and, to be a better environmentalist. They have inspired me in so many different ways, and going vegan has helped me, through them inspiring me. They've actually helped me to beat Candida. I've kicked IBS. I got bikes and exercise bikes and just have amped up my fitness on a regular basis. I'm not drinking anymore. I quit smoking weed, and I'm just a better mom in general. So I just want to say thank you to Durianrider. If you ever clone yourself, please send me one. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm out of battery, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out all my other videos. Thanks. Oh, and I wanted to show you my armpit sweat. Never happened before my exercise bike.